Hello, everybody. This is just a test. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let's hope this works, because if it doesn't, I don't know what to do. So we'll find out soon. Hopefully your week's going well. Oh, it's popping up over there. All right. I'll see y'all soon. Peace. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? How's y'all's Thursday afternoon going? How's y'all's week going? It's your boy Elijah over here at Fantasy Blitz. Elijah, Eli, Researcher Eli, whatever you want to call me. But man, I'm excited to get into some discussion with you guys today. Yes, we are talking about fantasy football. It is March Madness. Happy holidays for those that celebrate. So let me know who y'all got in the chat to win it all. Of course, we're talking about NFL football. But let me know who y'all got in March Madness. So, man, we got a lot to talk about because we thought the free agency wave was over, and then more signings happened. So that really affected the mock draft 2.0. So I know I look like I'm a mess and I'm heavy breathing because I was just running around finishing up typing some stuff for you guys and moving all the keyboards and all whatnot, over. But here we are. Let's all breathe. All right, let's look over the chat first so we can say what's up to everybody. What up, Davis? How's it going? Chili Rainbow. What's up, brother? What up, Hunter? How you doing, brother? How's everyone's March Madness bracket going or looking? Mine's looking pretty good. I had Ducanese. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I had them winning, so that looks good. Scott Apple. What up, Scotty? How you doing, brother? Welcome to the show. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the presence of greatness with Mr. Scott Apple. Clap it up for that guy. Appreciate you, Scott. Then we got Wayne Heron. What's up, Pops? How you doing? And then we have Hunter. What is that? Is that an emoji? I can't even tell. And then we got Angelo. This guy knows ball. Absolutely. So that's the crew for today. Hopefully more people can join in. But I appreciate you guys for coming in, every single one of y'all. Whether it's 100 people or just one person, I appreciate you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So we got topics for today. Also, if you guys can let me know in the chat if my mic's working, that'd be great, just because I can't see over there and I can't get pulled up on my phone. So just a quick little thumbs up. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Oh, topics for today. Mock Draft 2.0, and then we have free agency talk. We're going to do free agency talk first because there weren't too many signings. I know they said there were a lot of signings, but there weren't too many signings that were worthy of talking about, I would say. But I had about 6 or 7 that I posted on the next slide that I thought were worthy and that could really impact a lot of teams. So let's move on to the next one. We have the free agency signings. All right. Starting off the bat, Chase Young going from San Francisco to New Orleans on a 1-year, $13 million move. I thought this was huge because now that totally eliminates New Orleans getting an edge rusher, whether that's like maybe not, because if it's the best available on the board, I feel like New Orleans would go with that. But they're certainly not going to be chasing anyone of that caliber because Chase Young, still rather young, 2020 Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year. So I still think he's got a lot of fight in him left. Then we got Tyrone Smith from Dallas to the New York Jets, a 1-year deal, $6.5 million. I like this move a lot. I think it's fantastic just because they don't want to see Aaron Rodgers go down at all. And Tyrone Smith is a big guy. And clearly the only enemy now is the turf for Aaron Rodgers, and heaven forbid that we see that happen. Next move, we have Curtis Samuel going from Washington to Buffalo on a 3-year deal. Now, I don't know Curtis Samuel's age. I don't think he's too young. I don't think he's too old. However, I do think this is a good move. He's one of the most solid wide receiver threes. If you guys were able to watch the recent upload on this channel where I talked about Justin Fields and even Curtis Samuel, Tyron Smith, a little bit of Devin White, I talked about how Curtis Samuel is a solid wide receiver 2, solid wide receiver 3 option whenever it comes to fantasy football. I love him. I love him every year. I get him in the waiver or late rounds because he's just all reliable. He does do a lot of jet sweeps. So, Josh Allen and the Bills, they definitely run a tricky kind of offense. So it's gonna be weird to see Curtis Samuel in a Buffalo uniform. It's funny how he went from Washington to Buffalo. Like most guys look to get out of the cold. This guy's like, I just want my money and play football. So respect to Curtis Samuel. Next signing, we have Marquise Brown, Arizona to Kansas City. Kansas City now has their true wide receiver 1. Not that Rashee Rice was not a wide receiver 1 at all, but Marquise Brown has proven to be one of the more stellar wide receivers in the entire league. I like the deal a lot. $11 million. If you can look on the screen, all signings on here are 1 years. All right. So a lot of these guys, I can't tell if they're truly just looking to prove themselves or if they're looking to get in a good situation, make $10 million, $6 million, whatever it may be, and then just get out and get the money and leave. So I'm not too sure on what's going on. But, I like the signing for Marquise Brown. And then Wayne Heron says, sounds great. Thank you, Pops. I appreciate it. Thank you, Father. Then we got Deontay Foreman. I like this move for Deontay Foreman. I don't like this move if I'm looking to have Nick Chubb on my team next year. Not a big fan just because we called it. We called it over here at Fantasy Blitz that Deontay Foreman was going to be a ball hawk, and he did it last year on the Panthers. Not looking good. Not on the Panthers, I'm sorry. On the Panthers 2 years ago. On the Bears. My fault. And he was. He stole a lot of touches, and he ruined Khalil Herbert a little bit. So I like the move from Deontay Foreman a bunch. Oh, wait, was he on Carolina? Oh, man, I might have messed up on the signing. Could someone look that up? I'm sorry, guys. I was literally like typing this up so fast because I wanted to make sure I showed you guys some good signings. But nonetheless, he is going to Cleveland regardless. Not sure of the worthiness of the deal, but I like it because if you're on the 2-yard line, that guy likes to punch the ball in every time. So I like the move. Next person, we have Paris Campbell. I like this move a lot as well because he's going from the Giants to the Eagles. I love seeing divisional rivals get another team's player because it's just so funny to me because then everyone just gets up in arms. And what Tiki Barber said, he's like, "You're dead to me, you're dead to us." About Saquon, it's ridiculous, man. Come on, just getting their money. But yeah, he's still young, 26 years old, not too bad. He's a speedster. I think he could do well on Philadelphia. Obviously, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. These are guys that are going to be getting the target. So is Paris Campbell going to be easily wide receiver 2? No. Maybe wide receiver 3. Who knows? I don't know. But not sure of the worthiness on the deal as well. And then we have the next one. We have Mike Williams. This was the big one. Save the best for last. Going from the Chargers to the Jets. Didn't happen too long for him to find a team. I love the move. You know, if you know me and you know this channel, we love Aaron Rodgers over here. So he finally has a good wide receiver core. And Garrett Wilson and Mike Williams. Mike Williams is a beast if he can stay healthy. Hopefully he can stay healthy. But 1 year, $15 million move. I like it a lot. Saves a lot of money, I think, in your other expenses if you are the Jets, if that makes sense. But yeah, those are the free agency signings that I thought had a lot of impact. The website SpotTrack, SPOTRAC.com. You can find, it's the best website. You can find all of the most recent NFL moves, like from coaches, assistant coaches, no diss to the guys, bench players, everyone that signs to a team, they got it. So I'll provide the link after this live and to show you guys because it's an awesome link. That's where I get all my stuff. But yeah, let's get into the mock draft. I'm super excited. We did have a couple shakeup of things inside the draft, but I'll tell you guys this. I did not do any trades. I don't believe in including mock draft trades at all because you can't predict those. No one does trades unless you're Minnesota and Houston and Cleveland because they all do that little swap. But no one really does the big trades until draft day or the day before draft day because, it's antsy. He gets nervous. You pull the gun. But, all right, well, without further ado, I'm just excited because I thought this was a well-put mock draft. Not to sound arrogant, but I just thought after the free agency signings, these were the best moves. So without further ado, let's get into it. Picks 1 through 8, we have Caleb Williams, of course, with the Justin Fields move going to Pittsburgh. Obviously, it's going to be Caleb Williams because Keenan Allen showed up to his pro day at USC. So it's going to be Caleb Williams at 1, Drake May at 2. I had Jaden Daniels at number 2 originally. Before, not on my first mock draft, I had Drake May, but then I put Jaden Daniels, and then right before the show, I put Drake May because I don't see Drake May not being number 2. A lot of people are talking about at number 2. It would be a surprise move if Jaden Daniels went number 2. But, never know. Then we have Jaden Daniels at 3, quarterback out of LSU. Number 4, Arizona's getting Marvin Harrison Jr. out of Ohio State, wide receiver. I think this guy is the best player in the entire draft. This guy is fantastic. So if I'm Arizona, I'm happy that I'm getting the best player available at number 1 or at number 4. So shout out to Arizona if you guys can grab him. Who knows if New England tries to grab him. I doubt it, though. They need a quarterback. Let's look at the chat real quick. We got Hunter saying Panthers, then Bears. Yeah. No, I agree. A.D. Mitchell's to the Chiefs, please. I hate to break it to you. I don't have that there. But maybe if he falls, I would love that. I think any team that gets a Donnie is going to be great, incredible. Mason says, sorry, I'm late, but I'm here. Don't be sorry, Mason. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Hunter says, hot take, Caleb Williams will be a bust. Define bust. Does that mean bad, or does that mean not live up to the expectations? I don't know exactly what you guys mean by bust, because my bust is like doesn't live up to expectations, and just not even fails drastically, just doesn't do well. But let me know what y'all think as in a bust term, or boom or bust. You're like, what does that mean? But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. He talks a lot of talk. Jalen Johnson of the Bears today, he said that they don't want any of that Hollywood stuff. Keep it out. We want to play football. So, and Caleb Williams seems to be all Hollywood. We'll see how that goes. Let's move on to the next. Oh, no, I still got 5 through 8. Then we have Malik Neighbors out of the Chargers. I think he's going to go number 5 just because of the getting rid of Keenan Allen out of the Chargers. I can't believe they got rid of him. I'm just blown away. But he didn't want to cut his contract, so it is what it is. It is a business. But yeah, out of LSU, I think he's going to be the first SEC guy taken off the board. Oh, no, Jaden Daniels. I'm all over the place. I'm so sorry, guys. But yeah, I like the move a lot because it kind of gives Justin Herbert a younger core to start with. And, you know, it's just interesting because then he can start that relationship right off the bat. Rome Odunze out of Washington, I think he's going to go to the Giants. They need a good wide receiver. I think that would be fantastic for him if Rome could go there because I think he's number 2, but I just don't think the Chargers are interested in him. But I think he's a fantastic route runner. Guy gets separation off the ball really quickly. It's incredible to watch. Then we have Tennessee. Joe Alt, offensive tackle out of Notre Dame, going to the Titans. This completes the move for the Titans. You get your offensive weapons in Calvin Ridley and Tony Pollard in the offseason. And in the draft, you get your big boy to protect Will Levis because clearly they're going with Will Levis. Ryan Tannehill's still a free agent. They're not going to get him back. So they're going to protect him, and Joe Alt is clearly the best offensive tackle in the entire draft. So we'll move on to the Falcons. Dallas Turner, edge out of Alabama. He is meeting with the Falcons today, or rather soon, or he already has. But I think he's going to be the first defensive player off the board regardless. A lot of people have been saying the Falcons are looking to trade down. I wouldn't mind that as a Falcons fan, just because I don't think we're in a big rush to get any certain position player. We're just drafting at best player available. But Dallas Turner, that guy's a beast off the gun, man. Boom, right to the quarterback. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, that's the full cam, but let's look at the chat because I saw 2 chats pop up. What's up, brother? Thank you, Hayden. Where's Brock Bowers? Oh, Angelo, I appreciate that. Look at this. Looky here. So, number 9, we have Alu Fashanu, offensive tackle out of Penn State University. I like the move because you get your quarterback at number 1, and then you get your big boy at number 9. I mean, you're pretty much set. You don't really have to worry about anything else if you're a Bears fan other than execution. Then, here you go, Angelo. New York Jets select Brock Bowers, tight end out of UGA. I think this move is a match made in heaven, mainly because you have your wide receivers in Mike Williams and Garrett Wilson. You have your running back in Breece Hall. You have your quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. Who's your tight end? Tyler Conklin? I picked him up and dropped him 1,000 times in the fantasy season. The guy's not going to cut it. But if you get Brock Bowers at number 10, I think that's a fantastic move. He can learn a lot from a guy like Aaron Rodgers, and I think they could really connect well. And Brock Bowers wants to work, you know. Aaron Rodgers wants to work. Garrett Wilson wants to work. I don't know about Mike Williams, but I know those guys want to work, and they want to do something special for the Jets. So if they can bring Brock Bowers along, I think that would be fantastic. Then we have Minnesota, J.J. McCarthy, quarterback out of Michigan. I don't know if I'm delusional or not. I really don't know, but I don't think taking J.J. McCarthy at 11 is a smart move. He did have an impressive combine. I will say that. I just don't think it's worthy at 11. You know, they traded up. Minnesota literally traded up. And if they go with him, I will be surprised. But maybe he is the guy. I don't know. They did sign Sam Darnold, but you're not signing him to be your quarterback. And if I'm Justin Jefferson and if they don't get a quarterback in the first round, I'm out. I don't know what to do. Then we got number 12. We have Denver with Bo Nix, quarterback out of Oregon. Clearly they need a quarterback. It's just a no man's land now with no Russell Wilson. And Bo Nix, I think, would be just a good fresh start. It looks like it's getting kind of ugly over there in Denver with a coin operator. I'm so sorry, brother. But there's no Jerry Jeudy, and Javonte Williams cannot stay healthy, and you have no quarterback. And so it's just looking rough. But I think Bo Nix could definitely start off for the Broncos. Then we have 13. We have the Raiders getting Talisi Fuagu. He's an offensive tackle out of Oregon State. I think the move is is great because you're not looking to get a good quarterback at this point because you're drafting 13, right? Especially if J.J. McCarthy and Bo Nix go at 11 and 12. Do you want to select Michael Penix Jr. at 13? Even though I think he's the better quarterback between those two, I don't think you go with that. I think you get the line settled. You let Gardner Minshew or AOC, I don't politic, be their QB1 for 1 year, and then you go for a quarterback the next draft. Because how many games are you going to win with Gardner Minshew? With all due respect, how many games are you going to win with Aiden O'Connell? I just don't think that's a lot. The answer is not a lot. So I think they got to go with the big boys up front and take care of that business. 14, New Orleans. They got J.C. Latham out of Alabama, offensive tackle. This guy's incredible. I think under some NFL training, he can be fantastic. I won't talk about the Saints for too long, though, because, nah. 15, Indianapolis going with Quinyon Mitchell. The Combine, the Senior Bowl, all points to this guy being the best cornerback in the entire NFL Combine or in the entire NFL draft. I like the move a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if Indianapolis went with another wide receiver at this point, maybe like a Brian Thomas Jr. out of LSU. But I think it would be just too high to go with a wide receiver at that point. But I do like the move with Quinyon Mitchell, cornerback out of Toledo. Then we have 16, Seattle going with Jackson Powers Johnson. I love that name. That is just, man, if I was an employer and I shook someone's hand and went, yeah, my name's Jackson Powers Johnson, I would say you're hired. You can have my job, actually. You should hire me. He's a center out of Oregon, though. I think it'd just be great for, because I say this every episode, Seattle's in a great position. They're in a great position to be a contender, whether that's, I don't know about Super Bowl, but playoff contender. We all know in the playoffs anything can happen. But everything's taken care of. Just worry about the line, worry about the little position players that need to be taken care of. The defense is fine. Like, I really don't think there's anything they need to fix. Kenneth Walker's a beast. Noah Fant's a good tight end. DK Metcalf's good. They just extended Tyler Lockett for a good deal. So, solid. I like it a lot. Let's look over at the chat real quick. Hunter Nelson says, Jets with Bowers, a healthy Mike Williams plus Garrett Wilson, Brees, sheesh. No, I agree, Hunter. I think it would be great. I think it seems too good to be true, Like, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm so excited, man. Then we have Hunter also saying McCarthy also a bust, but actually just bad. Yeah, no, I don't see it at that high of a value. That's just crazy. I think it's all talk. I really think it's just the media bumping it up. And then Angelo up top said bust equals bum. It's a good way to put it. We should put that on a shirt, bust equals bum. Actually, probably not. That's probably not a good idea. Angelo says McCarthy seems like another Zach Wilson. Yeah, I can see that. It's just all this hype and nothing. But I don't blame McCarthy for not showing out in the season. They were a running team all year, so why would they need him to throw the ball? I have no idea. All right, let's move on to the next point. Next points are 17 through 24. We have, what is this? Like and subscribe? Yes, like and subscribe. Please share this video. Please share the live stream. Please share the most recent video we uploaded because we're really trying to get Fantasy Blitz up to 1,000 subs by the end of the summer so that we can get the channel moving, get the information you guys need to know about the upcoming fantasy season because we're all in this together. I'm not talking High School Musical. But the question is, what is your dream vacation spot? Last week, we did movies. Then the week before that, we did favorite song. But this time, I want to know, what is your dream vacation spot? My answer is the couch. I love the couch. But if I had to actually choose one, it's going to sound ridiculous, but it's Waycross, Georgia. I love Waycross, Georgia. I think it's fantastic. It's very calm, very quiet. I like my calm and quiet. But then if I didn't go there, I had a lot of fun in Breckenridge, Colorado. That was cool. Yeah. All right. Well, let me know in the comments what you guys think of your favorite dream or your dream vacation spot. Let's look over real quick. Olive Garden, Hayden says, hey, it is your dream vacation spot. Good breadsticks. Chili says, ha, ha, ha. Thumbs up, Chili. I agree. All right, we'll move on. Let me know in the chat what y'all's dream vacation spot is just to keep the chat alive. But, yes, next picks. 17 through 24, Jacksonville. Terrion Arnold out of Alabama, cornerback. We said this every show as well. Jacksonville really needs to improve their pass game or the defensive pass game, and I think this guy is fantastic. If Jacksonville had a higher pick, they would still go with Quinyon Mitchell, I think, but I think the cornerbacks this year are fantastic as well. I think that's another slept-on position. And then we got 18, Cincinnati, Brian Thomas Jr., wide receiver out of LSU. If T. Higgins stays, doubt he will because he wants to get traded, obviously. This could be a disgusting wide receiver core. Absolutely disgusting. Brian Thomas Jr., one of the most underrated prospects in this entire draft. And I think with a quarterback like Joe Burrow, a healthy Joe Burrow, it could go really well. Then we have the Rams going with Amarius Mims, offensive tackle out of UGA. I like the move a lot because Matthew Stafford's definitely getting older, and he needs his protection. Amarius Mims is a fantastic pass blocker. If you ever get bored, like bored, look up Amarius Mims, highlights, because he just takes on beasts, and he just makes them look like absolute losers. Then we have Pittsburgh going with Cooper DeJean, cornerback out of Iowa. We're going to make history. The NFL is going to make history on April 25th. If you know, you know. I'm not going to explain, but if you know, you know. And then we have 21, Miami, Byron Murphy, defensive lineman out of Texas. Love this move because of the Christian Wilkins departure. They really need a big guy that can just clog the line, and that's what exactly Byron Murphy does. He did well in the Big 12. Wish I could have seen him play in SEC ball, but, can't get what you want for or wish for. Nate Wiggins, number 22. I think he's going to go to the Philadelphia Eagles out of Clemson. And I'd like the move because they need a cornerback. Kool-Aid McKinstry, his stock has definitely dropped a little bit. So I have him getting picked up a little bit later. But Nate Wiggins just seems like a solid player for the Eagles. Then Minnesota going with Jared Verse out of Florida State. He's an edge rusher. I like this move a lot as well because they lost Danielle Hunter, and they need some sort of edge rusher. And that Jared Verse is fantastic. Guy's speedster. He's really quick. I can't remember the numbers, but he was on our combine stat sheet that we pulled up when we reviewed the combine. I don't remember what it was. I wish I did. I think it was like bench press, and he was just super strong. But we'll move on. 24, Dallas Cowboys selecting Troy Fatanu, offensive tackle out of Washington. Stick to your bread and butter. Can't have a sandwich. If you stick to your bread and butter, you can't have a sandwich. Dallas is so good at drafting offensive linemen, and I think they need to continue this trend. Clearly, offensive line is not the issue. It's quarterback, but if you give your quarterback all day to throw, can you ask for any more? I don't think so. But yes, here's the final one, 17 through 24. Go ahead and take a screenshot if you want. Nah, I'm just playing. But yes, let's look over to the chat real quick for the vacation spots. Hunter says New Zealand. Ooh, why New Zealand? I like that. On a beach in the South Pacific. Yes, Angelo. I like the beach vibes. Wayne Heron says Hawaii. Yes, beach vibes as well. And also, you're secluded. You're far away from people. And I think that's cool. And then Chili says, what is that? Porto Vallarta is my spot. What is that? Vallarta? I've never... Where is that? Porto Vallarta. Cool. I mean, if you can't pronounce it, it's got to be cool, right? I don't know. I think it's pretty tight. But yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one. We have the last 8 picks. We have Green Bay at 25 with Kamari Lassiter, not center back, sorry. I'm thinking about soccer. Cornerback out of UGA. Guy's a fantastic secondary position. Then 26, we have Tampa Bay going with Latu. He's an edge rusher out of UCLA. Another thing for Tampa Bay, they're just like one of those teams that I don't think they need a lot to fix. But go with the best player available. And when I was doing my mock draft, he was the best player available, so I went with him. I think he's going to be fantastic. I saw some recent drills run by him, just clips from him. He looked fantastic, looked in shape, loving it from him. 27, Arizona, Zach Frazier, center out of West Virginia. This is how it gets so crazy, because in mock draft 1.0 for Fantasy Blitz, we had 27 J.J. McCarthy going to Arizona. Boom, bump him up 16 spots, and he's getting selected by Minnesota. So everything can change in a matter of a day in the NFL. It's just nuts. But I like the move a lot because if Kyler Murray fails, you still have a good center, and you still have a decent line. Buffalo, Adonai Mitchell. Sorry, Hunter. Wide receiver out of Texas. I believe they need another piece for him, Josh Allen, in order to succeed just a little bit more. Not that they ran out of weapons, but if you get more household names like Adonai Mitchell, like Curtis Samuel, I think that also takes some pressure off of Stephon Diggs and Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid. But if they make this move, I'm liking the offense a lot on the Buffalo side. Then we have Detroit with Kool-Aid McKinstry, cornerback out of Alabama. I like the move a lot because today Detroit released Cam Sutton, so that opens the door for a cornerback. See, it's these little things that you guys got to look out for, including myself. Like when teams drop a player at a certain position and the draft is in, a little over a month? Don't you think they're clearing some room out just in a way? So I would be surprised if Detroit did not go with a cornerback. However, they did go with Jahmyr Gibbs last year very, very early, and they already had David Montgomery, so all the fans are like, what? What is this? But then you get Jahmyr Gibbs nominated as Offensive Rookie of the Year, and he potentially could have won it if they used him earlier. But I like the move a lot if Kool-Aid goes there. And also, fantastic name, Kool-Aid McKinstry. Like, come on. 30, Baltimore. Troy Franklin, wide receiver out of Oregon. Again, Baltimore needs a wide receiver because they just released Odell Beckham Jr. And it's just, now you have Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews and Derrick Henry. Good problems in Baltimore. You need a wide receiver, good young wide receiver in Troy Franklin. I like him a lot. His draft stock went up for me. Then we have San Francisco. Excuse me if I butcher this name. Jerzon? Yeah, it's got to be Jerzon. Jerzon Newton, defensive tackle out of Illinois. I think he'd be great because San Francisco has lost a little bit of their defensive side in some sort of way, on the line at least. But I think he can strive. A lot of these guys are good as long as they get under good NFL coaching. Like Illinois, think of the best Illinois football player that you like that's ever played. I can't even think of any. Maybe it's Jerzon. I don't know. But if they get under good NFL coaching, it could change a lot. Last but not least, Kansas City. I'm not changing it. Ladd McConkey, wide receiver out of UGA. I think it's perfect. I think it is just a wonderful pairing because Ladd McConkey plays like he's on the Chiefs. These weird boom, boom, here, there, zigzag, just crazy stuff. And he's quick. Mahomes likes to move quick. He likes to throw it in the, just area, and then boom, they're gone. And they can run him some screens, and I just think it would be beautiful for McConkey to get in Kansas City. So here's the final one, 25 through 32. Let me know if y'all like it or not. I don't know. I'm excited because I'll let y'all know at the end of the show. But yeah, here is the actual mock draft that I did. It might be pretty small, but this is what I did earlier today. As you can see, it took some time because I really was trying my best, but you never know. It's like March Madness bracket. You can't ever really get all of them right. But yeah, that's the one right there. Let's see, is there a next one? No, that was from last week. But yeah, let's look at the chat real quick before we say our goodbyes. Angelo retracted. Lad, well, hello, Sayana. How are you? I hope your day's been going well. My love. And then Hunter says, all right, I changed my mind. Getting Lad instead of AD would be wonderful and probably more likely. Great work. Oh, man, thank you. I appreciate you, Hunter. Thank you, man. I appreciate that for real. Yeah, it just seems more likely because I don't see teams looking to get Ladd McConkey that early, but I think he is a first-round pick no matter what. I just think teams would be like, I would be dumbfounded if no one took Ladd McConkey in the first round. Could you imagine if he went to the Panthers? Oh, my gosh, because they have the first pick in the second round. I would be hurt. I would absolutely be hurt. And then Sayana says, he plays some backyard football. He absolutely does play some backyard football. It's just, you give the ball to him, and then he's gone, like breaking ankles. You never know which way he's going to go. Very stressful as a Georgia fan, but, he made some good moves. Then Chili Rainbow says, you the man? No, Chili. Chili, how many times have we talked about this? You're the man. You're the man. I'm just a man. Shout out to Dustin Poirier. All right? But yeah, that's in conclusion of the show. I really appreciate you guys. We've got a lot in store for the future. That's why we really want you guys to like, share, and subscribe because then you guys could be part of the OG crew, and it would be fantastic. There's a lot of plans. I've already talked to Nick a little bit. I was on the phone with Hudson on the way here. Just a little bit on like what the future looks like over here at Fantasy Blitz. And let me tell you, it's looking up. It's looking up and bright, all right? It's like the sun. Just don't look at it. But appreciate you guys. April 25th is the draft, all right? I'll just tell you all now. Nick is going to come back on the show for that episode. We're going to do a live mock draft together. We're probably going to do either Pro Football Focused or just another NFL mock draft simulator. So make sure you tune in for that one. Next week, I'm thinking about doing a rankings, like a quarterback rankings or running back rankings for the season. It all depends, on the draft, but just to get something going, to get some content out there. You know how it be. Gotta put something on. Like I said, appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week and even better weekend. Get some good sleep tonight. Have a great day tomorrow. Attack the day. Keep your composure. It is what it is. God bless. Be kind and peace.